What's up guys, in this video I'm going to be reviewing the 13-inch non-retina MacBook Pro. It has a 2.5 GHz Intel Core i5, turbo boost up to 3.1 GHz, which means that it automatically overclocks when needed, like for video editing and gaming. It has 4 gigs of 1600 MHz DDR3 RAM, Intel HD graphics 4000 for the graphics. It's mainly an integrated graphics card, which is not that good, but you still could play some of the newer games. Apple claims that it has 7 hours of battery life, but it's not exactly true. It's only when the brightness is all the way down and the backlit keyboard is off. The first thing you notice when you open it up is it has a 13.3-inch display. The display is not that good. There's a resolution of 1280 by 800, 16 by 10 aspect ratio. That means when you see movies, there will be black bars on the top and bottom, since it's not 16 by 9. As you could see, the display is extremely reflective. That means when you go outside, you would not be able to see a thing, even when you put the brightness all the way up. Right now I'm using the built-in microphone from the MacBook Pro, and it seems to be doing really well. A lot of people doesn't know that after 2005, all the MacBook and MacBook Pro has accelerometer. As you could see, I'm covering the webcam. That's showing you it actually has accelerometer. It's not using the webcam or any motion tracking software. It has a HD 1280 by 720p FaceTime HD camera. Like any other webcam, the FaceTime HD camera is terrible at low light. This is a test of the FaceTime HD camera and showing you the power port of the MacBook Pro. As you could see, there is enough light, but it's just the FaceTime HD camera can't get that much light, and there's a lot of jitteriness. There's a lot of frame drop. MacBook Pro or any MacBooks or this amazing backlit keyboard. They are backlit, but there's halo effect all around it, so it's kind of bad, but it's really good. And another key effect is the trackpad. It's the best trackpad of all the laptop. This is the best you could get. All the Windows computer, you never get that cool sliding effect like iPod Touch and iPhone. It's pretty much an iPod Touch and iPhone effect. It has a macOS X Lion. It's running macOS X Lion. So as you could see, here's the dashboard, which looks pretty cool. The reason that I got a MacBook Pro instead of the MacBook Air is mainly because the RAM and the hard drive are interchangeable. That means I could change the RAM and hard drive at home. All I need is a Torx screwdriver. So I could upgrade the RAM to 16 gig and hard drive to SSD. The best place to buy RAM and SSD is Crucial.com. In that site you could scan your own system. It could be PC or Mac, and it gives you the price and shows you what kind of RAM you have and what kind of hard drive you have. So it's really easy to upgrade RAM and hard drive. This MacBook Pro is only 0.95 inches thin, and it weighs only 4.5 pounds. It's really thin and it weighs less if you compare this against another PC. But if you compare this against the Retina MacBook Pro or the MacBook Air, it's definitely not that thin. Another reason that I got the MacBook Pro instead of the MacBook Air is because of the Ethernet port, Firewire 800, and the SDXC slot. You cannot find this on MacBook Air. So this MacBook Pro has power port, Ethernet, Firewire 800, 2 USB 3.0. I wish that they had at least 3 because it's necessary. And then SDXC audio in and out, and of course there is the battery power. On the right side there is the Kensington lock and the CD drive. No one really uses the CD drive anymore, but it's still nice to have. Let's first look at all the benchmark and hard drive. So I have selected 3 of the most popular benchmarking software. The first one is called Geekbench. It's free. The 32-bit version is free. It's for PC and Mac. So you guys could check out your system to see what score it gets. So it gets a score of 6,803. It falls between the 2010 iMac and the 2011 i7 2.7 GHz MacBook Pro. The next one is called NovaBench, which checks the overall performance of the CPU, GPU, RAM, and the hard drive. So this machine gets a score of 636. The next benchmark is called Cinebench. It gets a score of 16.76 frames per second on the OpenGL, 2.88 points on the CPU. I have checked it again and I got a score of 18 frames per second. All three of these benchmarks are free. NovaBench is in the App Store, and Cinebench and Geekbench, if you search it on Google, you will find it. The next test is called the SSD stress test, but this machine does not have SSD. It has a 500 GB 5400 RPM hard drive. I would not recommend you guys doing it unless you have 8 GB or 16 GB RAM. The computer totally froze after a couple of seconds, mainly because I had a lot of game installed and all the game opened up, so it was not able to multitask. That's why I recommend 8 GB or 16 GB RAM. The next thing I'll show you is gaming. It has the Intel HD Graphics 4000, which is an integrated graphics that's built into the processor. It's 60% improved prior to the Intel HD Graphics 3000, which was in the 2011 MacBook Pro. As you could see, it's able to play most of the games at a decent frames per second. There is no lag playing Modern Warfare 3, and I'm able to enjoy it really well. I like the MacBook Pro because I'm able to play most of the modern game, and I could video edit 1080p videos. I don't like the MacBook Pro because the screen real estate is too small. The resolution of this screen is 1280 by 800 compared to the 13-inch MacBook Air, which is 1440 by 900. So you get a big boost when you edit in MacBook Air instead of the MacBook Pro. Also, the MacBook Pro and the MacBook Air, the air ventilation system is kind of weird. So the air does not really get out that easily. That's why the computer heats up really easily. So when I put it in my lap, it's impossible. MacBook Pro is mainly designed for a desktop replacement. This is a demo of an app called Air Display, which mainly makes the iPad as a display for the MacBook Pro, which looks pretty cool. As you guys could see, I'm able to run 2 YouTube videos from the same MacBook Pro and able to run it pretty smoothly. That's about it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more tech related videos.